All right, let's just jump right in, because what we're seeing right now, it's a huge moment in the world of finance. You've got two worlds clashing. On one side, the old guard, governments, traditional markets, all that. And on the other, this brand new digital frontier, built on code that doesn't really care about borders. And today, we're diving into the massive tensions that spark when these two worlds collide.
And believe me, this collision is sending out some serious shockwaves. Let's just start with a number. A really, really big one. $1.65 trillion. That's how much value just got vaporized from the US stock market. A staggering amount of money gone from portfolios, from retirement accounts. It hits everyone.
But hold on, this isn't just a Wall Street thing. Not at all. The pain is spreading. At the exact same time, $250 million was forcefully liquidated from the crypto market. So you see, it's not like one world is up while the other's down. The whole system feels, well, pretty shaky. And if we zoom in a little on the crypto side of things, it was a bit of a bloodbath. You had the big players taking a serious tumble. Bitcoin's price dropped, Ethereum slid below that $3,900 mark. Yeah, it's a pretty brutal reminder of just how fast fortunes can change in this new space.
So what happens when the old guard gets nervous? When they start to feel the pressure? Well, they do what they've always done. They go back to the old playbook, build walls, and slap on some tariffs.
And here's a perfect example. We're hearing that President Trump is planning a massive increase in tariffs. How massive? 100% on all products coming in from China, kicking in on November 1st. Yep, 100%. That's not a small tweak, that's building a huge economic wall. It's the classic nation-state move. Flex your power, control the floor.
But here's where it gets really fascinating. While one world is busy building those walls, the other one, well, it's designed to ignore them completely. This is the world of code and capital, and it definitely doesn't wait around for a permission.
Now check out this number, $1.3 trillion. That's roughly how much a Wall Street behemoth like Morgan Stanley is managing. And get this, they've just given their clients the green light, removing all restrictions on crypto investments. The walls are coming down, all right? But from the inside.
And is there an appetite for this stuff? Oh, you better believe it. These new Spot Bitcoin ETFs, which are basically a super easy on-ramp for anyone with a normal brokerage account to get into Bitcoin, went live. And in the first hour of trading, they did over $1 billion in volume. This isn't a niche hobby anymore. This is a tidal wave of mainstream money flooding in.
Okay, now this is wild. Just look at this list. We're talking Bank of America, Goldman Sachs, UBS, Citi, the absolute titans of traditional banking. They're not just watching from the sidelines anymore. They're jumping in, working together to build their own piece of this new world, a stablecoin, to make sure they stay in the game.
So what happens when an unstoppable force meets an old power structure that thinks it's immovable? You get a collision. You get a massive struggle for control. And that fight is happening right now through regulation and resistance.
And you can see it playing out all over the globe. You've got the Bank of England saying, whoa, we need to get a handle on these stablecoins. Then you have Russia saying, okay, our banks can play, but only by our rules. It's the same story everywhere. The establishment is trying to put a leash on this new system.
And this slide just lays it all out, plain and simple. It's two completely different ways of thinking about the world. Playbook 1, borders, walls, 100% tariff. Playbook 2, no borders, no walls, and you guessed it, no tariffs.
And Michael Saylor just nails it with this quote. There are no tariffs on Bitcoin. That's it. That's the whole ball game right there. It sums up the entire challenge. How do you control something that was literally designed to slip right through your fingers, to ignore the very tools you've always used to stay in charge?
And just when you think this is all about economics and philosophy, politics throws a massive curveball into the mix. There are reports that President Trump might be considering a pardon for CZ, the founder of the massive crypto exchange Binance. Wow. I mean, a move like that would just throw everything into chaos, right? Suddenly, it's not just about finance, it's about justice, politics, the whole 9 yards.
So let's just take a breath. You've got market chaos, Wall Street giants jumping in, government scrambling to make rules, and political bombshells dropping left and right. It is a lot. We are truly at a crossroads, and honestly, nobody knows which way this thing is going to break.
So what's the big takeaway here? This isn't just about numbers on a screen going up and down. This is a fundamental battle for control over the future of money itself. And it all boils down to one single massive question.
In this fight between the old world of nations and the new world of code, who gets to write the rules? Because those rules, they're going to define our economic future.